Hi guys! Don't worry, the cooking classes are over. But I realized that I did this for a month back to back and I really enjoyed doing it. Okay, so one thing I love you do not know about me is that I love cooking. I really love cooking, and that part of my life has been quiet until the classes. So I said, so since I love and I love cooking, let's combine both of them together. So, story time. My husband saw a recipe on Twitter and said I should replicate it. That's what he's craving. It was shredded beef and Chinese, or shredded beef, Chinese sauce, and egg rice. So, since I didn't have shredded beef at home, I decided to do shredded chicken and Chinese sauce with egg rice. So we're going to be cooking and gisting. I do not know what to call this program yet. Maybe cook and gist with Grace Renner, or love and food with Grace Renner. I do not know. Feel free to suggest in the comment section. So I'm going to be answering a question. Like I said, we'll be cooking and gisting. So someone sent me a DM asking me, Grace, how do you live with a narcissist? Now, it's an interesting question, but if I had a penny for every time someone asked me that question, I'd be rich by now. So before I answer your question, I want to introduce you to my ingredients, because I might not be saying what I am doing because I'll be answering your question while I am cooking. So let's do this. So first I have yellow pepper, my green pepper, my red pepper. And I already showed you my chicken breast, which I'll be shredding in a bit. Then I've got my onions, I've got ginger, I've got garlic, I've got white pepper, black pepper. I've got some sauces here, sweet chili sauce. I've got oyster sauce. I mean, you can't make Chinese food without all of these sauces. I've got light soy sauce. I've got dark soy sauce. I've got Worcestershire. I hope I didn't murder that word. Sauce. I've got my eggs for the egg rice. I've got my salt. I've got my corn flour. So you sent me a DM asking me, how do you live with a narcissist? Let me answer your question as I cook. So I'll be answering your question in two ways. Firstly, I'll be assuming that you're not married to the person and have discovered that you are dealing with a narcissist. I want to know if it's possible to sustain a healthy marriage with them. Secondly, I would also be answering with the assumption that you're married to this person and have come to realize that he or she is a narcissist. Now, I'll start with the first one. I have noticed that the word narcissist is more commonly used these days. However, it's a mental health condition that is usually diagnosed by a qualified mental health professional that shouldn't be taken for granted. Notwithstanding, whether medically diagnosed or not, some people exhibit traits of narcissism. It's just like malaria. With a number of symptoms, one can easily identify that they have malaria without checking with the doctor. Having said that, let me quickly highlight some personality traits of a narcissist so that we're on the same page. Number one, so I'll be itemizing so that it's easy for us to, in case of those taking notes. Now, number one, they're self-centered and are low on empathy. Number two, they have an inflated sense of self-importance. Simply put, they're arrogant. Number three, they tend to need constant praise and admiration. Number four, they have a sense of entitlement. Number five, they exploit people emotionally and mentally by manipulation, demeaning, bullying, guilt tripping. Number six, they enjoy monopolizing conversations or meetings. Number seven, they blame shift instead of taking responsibility or accountability. So, how do you proceed to marrying someone who exhibits all these or even much more ill characters? Because I have only mentioned a few. Please do not proceed with marrying this person Okay, if you're already dating, have a serious conversation with them and suggest that they see a therapist. Offer to be there with them if they need your support. Take things slowly and make sure that they get the help they need. Now, if they refuse to adhere to your suggestion, let them go. I strongly suggest you let them go and set healthy boundaries to protect yourself from them. Okay. Now, secondly, if you're already married to them, here are things you need to know. Okay. Number one, a narcissist thrives on attention. So, one of the ways to get your power back is to retrieve whatever attention they are getting from you. It takes an overly caring person to be trapped by a narcissist. Now, number two, everything is a game with a narcissist. So, do not be a party to it. No audience, no show. Do not engage in any game. Walk away. You'll always want to win, to prove a point, and to drain your energy. Bring yourself out of that situation. Take the nearest exit if you understand what I mean. Number three, one of the goals of a narcissist is to control you, strip you of your power and self esteem. So work on building or rebuilding your self esteem if you have lost it. Okay. Apart from them. Okay. Be and the best one of the best ways that you can go about this is to soak yourself in the knowledge of God's love for you. Begin to see yourself the way God sees you. You are loved by God and nothing can separate you from the love of God. So find yourself apart, separate yourself, and try to build your self esteem apart from the narcissist. Okay. Number four, set clear boundaries. Now, narcissists like to push the envelope to test to know how weak your boundaries are, by going against them. So make sure you are assertive and live and let there be consequences attached because narcissists can be pretty immature. So treat them as you would a kid who disobeyed mom or dad's instructions. Number five, speak up for yourself. Refuse to be bullied or manipulated. Let them know that you are self aware and are conscious at every given time. Keeping quiet means you're okay with being ill treated and it will only get worse. Number six, find a support system and avoid spending so much time with a narcissistic spouse because it can be very draining. Okay. Also, narcissists do not like to be found out and can pose a threat to your life. So speak up, let others know what you're going through. Number seven, suggest that you both go for therapy. They need professional help. Okay. Number eight, be wise enough to know when it's time to let them go so that you do not lose yourself or, worst case, your life trying to fix someone who probably doesn't want to be fixed. Finally, I suggest you properly educate yourself about narcissistic personality disorder so that you can easily recognize the signs or know the extent of what you are dealing with. I really hope this was helpful. Please feel free to reach out to me if you need further clarity or counseling. Thank you for watching and for listening. I remain Grace Renner. Feel free to check the caption below for the recipe.